during the competition, did you know that you were going to win? Because after the second round, the competition was really tight with only 0.15% in between the top three.
This is very simple. They arrange time very carefully. Before entering next round, they prepare next round. For example, when 30 minutes left, Korean team prepare next round, and then we can make a record.
Okay, so is there any other questions for our top threes? Oh, please.
We were in the top three most of the day, but it was kind of a stage where after 03, as we were doing 11, that we realized that we were kind of stuck, like 14-7. And we tried our second card and it didn't play out, so then we went back to our original card. It was pretty amazing that board ran for us all day, 9.5 hours we were cold on that board, and it was a real trooper. And that first card with just the mid, it was a tank too. So we just kind of kept moving a little bit at a time, just a little bit more, crawling out.
Thank you.
How about Colin? Would you like to say something about this?
Well, most of the time of this competition we was just after the top three, and in the 3D Mark 11 we just waiting for mistake from top three because there was no chance to beat them with our score and start making our scores better than them, much better to go to the top three. So we are in the top three only because one of them make a mistake or bad scores.
Well, it's alright, because everyone, we can learn the experience from it, right? Okay, so, is there any other questions for our top three? Yes, Peter again! Welcome!
I'd like to ask a Riwa question as well. As I was watching the first scores of Super Pi 30 going by, I noticed that you had one hell of a CPU, almost 4.45. But the scores were terrible, so I was assuming that you were waiting until the end of the round to post your most efficient runs, but you didn't. How come?
I think most people will say that I was sandbagging once again. That's true. This time, MOA was a really crazy event for me because I couldn't prepare myself like I would like to and like I was doing in the past. So this time I didn't know almost anything about the platform, almost nothing about the graphic card, only technical information from my side. I go here without any preparation. So I know my performance wasn't that good, like it's supposed to be. And this is the reason why my scores was really terrible, and I know when I was doing my supervised scores that I had really bad performance.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other questions that you wanted to know about our top three warriors? No? Alright, so I will pass the time to Peter and we're going to have all the interviews with all the warriors from 14 different countries here. And also I would like to invite our top threes, please stay on the stage, and all our warriors, please wait for the media and come forward to you. Thank you, and the time just passed to Peter. Thank you.
This is really awkward.
It's time for you to interview. Just take a picture interview with all the warriors. So go, please. We have other teams from 14 different countries. I know and I believe that you must have many things want to say or want to ask. So please just go forward and ask all our warriors.
All right. Let's start with the champions of last year. What happened?
Yeah, well, that's a very good question. What are you doing here again? So, our only problem was the CPU. And Superbike has a very big impact on the time ranking. And we had a very bad result. And 2K3 also is very dependent on the CPU. Up from 1800, we wouldn't get any scaling from the GPU if we wouldn't do the CPU up. So that's what we did there. And in 2K11, I think we could have done like 500 points better, but we couldn't make such a great difference, taking into consideration that the first two benchmarks. I think after the first we won the 8th place or something like that. That's a great, it's astonishing. And in 2K3 again, I believe, 5 or something like that. So we just kept our pace.
Baricha, I saw you were putting up the highest Superbike score. How do you feel about winning the Superbike third round? Because you're quite passionate about the CPU bench, right?
Yeah, we did a quite efficiency round. We didn't have the best CPU, but we pulled up some tweakings and got the best scores. Our problem was because one card died before we came to the competition. We have only one card. So also we lost one pack from with equipment, and we were borrowing for friends here who were competing, and we're thankful for that, for all the guys that helped us compete today. And the card that we benched with wasn't good enough to get us on the stage.
So maybe one last question for the youngest overclocker present today, Phoebe. How do you feel to be the youngest overclocker, and how did you experience the day?
Well, I was the youngest overclocker in 2008, and I don't know why I'm still the youngest overclocker. Someone else who came in by this time, but yeah, it was great, everything was alright. Our CPU was just like Matos wasn't really good, and the experience was great.
All right, thanks. Is there anyone from the media that wants to ask a question to any of the overclockers? Oh. Greece. Yes. Many people are probably wondering why Team Greece is not here. They didn't catch their flight. It's quite simple as they had some visa issues or something. So you want to ask a question?
No, actually it was about one individual participant. One team is with you today to compete with them. I mean, one important reason is there's this one missing. So do you guys think this game could be different than it would have been there?
To rephrase, would you think that the competition would have been different if Greece had been present at the competition? Because last year Greece was number 2 in both the EMEA and the World Finals.
They were very good. Greece are very, very good, and they will be sure in top 5. At least in top 5.
Maybe. Anyone else who has a comment? No?